Hi, everybody. I'm Dawn Frail. I'm the Program Quality Director-elect for the 2018-2019 Toastmasters year.
And I'm Heather Haigh. I'm going to be working closely with Dawn as the Training and Education Chair for the upcoming year.
And we are here today to talk to you about the event that's happening on June the 2nd. District 60 is putting on a club officer training and TLI, Toastmaster Leadership Institute combination. And we want you to attend. We want you to come and attend this event and get some great learning. So Heather, I know you've been working on the logistics of the event. And so tell folks, so the club officer training portion in the afternoon, officers who come to get trained, what can they expect? What have you got for us?
Yeah, well, I'm thrilled. We've got some amazing facilitators that are going to be delivering for each of the different club officer roles, including some past district directors and some division directors. So knowledgeable, experienced Toastmasters that are there to facilitate these conversations. They'll also be inviting those of you who've done the role before to contribute from your own experiences. So you can expect a workshop that is engaging. You can expect some additional learnings and some best practices to take back to your clubs.
Awesome. And if I attend, that helps my club, right? Because we've got goals that we're achieving as a club. And so my attendance there helps towards the credit for these goals for the DCP or the Distinguished Club Program, right?
Absolutely. And, the minimum is to have 4 officers trained, but in District 60, we're aiming to have every club have 7 officers trained. So we want everyone to be coming out, taking advantage of this opportunity. This just counts as half of a point towards your Distinguished Club program. You do need to come again in the winter season for round 2. Coming out now sets you and your club off on a great footing for having a successful year.
Perfect. Yeah. So that's the club officer training part in the afternoon. We've also got the TLI, or the Toastmasters Leadership Institute. So we've got all this extra stuff going on in the morning. So we have 2 general sessions happening. We have one on pathways and we've got one on moments of truth. So what's that all about? What can folks expect there?
Well, on the pathways, I think everyone will have seen a pathways presentation in their clubs when we were doing the rollout in the fall. So getting that initial opportunity. This session is intended to further enhance your learning, both as an individual participant, as a member going through pathways, but also the important role that club officers play in guiding other members successfully through the pathways program.
Yeah, for sure. And so we are fully a pathways district. If you're a new Toastmaster, you've newly joined, you have to go on the pathways path on that mode. Otherwise, you have the option for a short period of time to work the traditional before you switch over to pathways, but it's going to be important for all of us to understand pathways, right?
Absolutely.
What's moments of truth?
So moments of truth is a fundamental component of our club's strength. So it looks at 6 key areas within the club. Everything from how we welcome in guests to the effectiveness in us running the education programs. So it really is a club self-assessment tool that all clubs should be doing before they sit down and set their club, Distinguished Club plan for the year. So we're going to be talking about how to execute that successfully, how to engage all the club members in participation, and to really highlight the strengths of the club, as well as uncovering opportunities to lead you forward into the upcoming year.
Yeah, excellent. So it sounds like those 2 pieces, pathways and the moments of truth, are really sort of foundational pieces. So for new officers and new people coming in, it's a great way to learn about it. For those who've been around maybe for a little while, it's a great refresher, great opportunity to ask questions and just sort of, water that seed that's been planted already. So that sounds great. Now, so we have those 2 general sessions. And of course, our exciting news is that for the kickoff, we have invited Mark Bowden. He's coming live to District 60 to our club officer event.
I know. And it's amazing to me, Dawn, that this is a free event for our club officers to come and get this additional learning from someone who has the experience and the charisma, the energy around his presentation style. Even just hearing from Mark is, I was so excited to hear that he's our opening keynote for this event.
Oh yeah. So why, have you seen him before, or like what's?
You know what? I have. In fact, I've hired him when I was working for an organization. I hired him as a keynote speaker for 2 different events with 2 different audiences, and the feedback was rave reviews. People love him, and the learning that you will gain from just sitting in a session with his is invaluable.
Awesome. Yeah. So he's a human behavior expert. He's also an author. So I actually, when we got him, I went out and, because I like to read and I like books, and so I got all the books that were available anyway. So we've got Tame the Primitive Brain. We have Winning Body Language. Winning Body Language for Sales. Maybe it'll help me, in my business. Truth and Lies, what people are really thinking. And I think he's got another book coming out soon as well. So I think there's going to be an opportunity to purchase books. I'm not sure which ones exactly they'll bring if they do have a book table, but there might be an opportunity. Have you seen any of these books, or?
I haven't read all of them. The Winning Body Language book is the first book that I got of Mark's, and highly recommend it. I mean, this is when we think about being Toastmasters, communicating and how we engage other people, body language is a big piece of the feedback that we give to each other through evaluation. So how to understand body language and the impact of it, this is an excellent book. The Truth and Lies book, I haven't read it all yet, but I did buy it when it first was released. And I've been enjoying it thus far. And it really starts to dispel some of the myths, beliefs that we have around what body language can mean. So it's a very enjoyable read. So
Awesome.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And we have him live. So he's doing a whole hour presentation. I understand there's going to be some time at the end for Q&A. So we'll have an opportunity even to ask questions directly to the expert himself. But we're absolutely thrilled that Mark accepted our invitation to come. Thanks very much to Rhonda Maurer, who made that connection and invited him to come. And now we have him on June 2nd at the Glendon College, which is the campus of the York University on Bayview Avenue. TTC accessible. We're starting at 9:00. So registration starts at 8:30. We'll have coffee for you in the morning. We have Mark Bowden, kicking off with Mark Bowden. So don't be late. We then have the pathways and the moments of truth presentation. Then we've got lunch, and you have an opportunity to either bring your own lunch, or you can pre-purchase a lunch from the college. And then the club officer training portion, the part that we get the DCP credit for, will be in the afternoon. So what we want to leave you with, and everybody who's watching this video, is naturally a call to action. And Heather, we want them what?
So we want you to register on Eventbrite. You don't want to miss this event. You don't want to miss Mark Bowden speak. You don't want to miss the key fundamentals of pathways and moments of truth. And you definitely don't want to miss getting your club officer training in this ignited environment where there's going to be so many others of your peers there to learn. So register on Eventbrite. Make sure that you are showing up on June 2nd. And we look forward to seeing you there.
Yes, we will see you there. Register now. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.